Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sharul Hafiz. I will be your tour guide for our visit today. As you can see now, we are at Muzium Negara. Okay, this is the front entrance of Muzium Negara. Okay, I want to tell you something. For your information, Muzium Negara was built from an effort and initiative by the first Malaysian Prime Minister, Yang Teramat Mulia Tuan Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Haj. This museum was built as a role to strengthen the relation between masses and culture and become a fundamental reference resource in culture and history for further research.
Wow, this building is very interesting. It has a lot of positive traits. May I know the historical background of Muzium Negara?
After independence, Tunku Abdul Rahman wanted a place to keep and exhibit the country's heritage. The museum was built on the original site of Selangor Museum, which was destroyed in the Second World War. After the temporary small museum was built there for 5 years. This building was complete in August 1963 and officially opened on the 31st August in the same year. As you can see, Museum Negara is elegant with Eastern and Malay features on the building. At that time, Tunku was looking for a modern building with a spirit of place which speak authentic local architecture. This building seems like a Malay royal palace and costs approximately 1.5 million ringgit Malaysia.
The mural looks so beautiful. Can you tell me the story behind it?
About these two murals, it was built 6 years past independence. It consists of two big murals on the front wall of the building. It portrayed the tradition, culture, identity, and history of our country. It also conveyed the message of nationalistic propaganda to unite people of multiracial Malaysian. This masterpiece mural are based on the batik art design by Mr. Leo Lai Tong. It highlights this building as a museum towards the visitor's eyes.
From my reading, I found that Museum Negara is a three-story structure of 110 meter long and 15 meter wide, and at the highest point is 37.6 meter, which at the central roof. I mean, look at that scale. It is so fascinating. And talking about the legibility of this building, you can see this significant landmark easily because it is just beside the road and because it is surrounded with many other landmarks like Masjid Negara and Taman Tasik Perdana.
I've heard that Royal Chulan Kuala Lumpur look quite similar with Muzium Negara. I think that Muzium Negara is better than Royal Chulan relating with culture and architecture. What do you think?
Muzium Negara and Royal Chulan, physically we can see the elements and sense of traditional Malay architecture. Muzium Negara building portrayed the traditional element of architecture around Peninsular Malaysia to indicate the user of its building function as a museum. But for the Royal Chulan, there is a strong element of traditional architecture from Terengganu, strongly portrayed at the roof design. Since it is a hotel located in Kuala Lumpur, the traditional element used is not related to the location of the building. In my opinion, this gives a wrong sense of culture.
The museum has a symmetrical plan layout with three distinct parts, a symmetrical west and east wing. The central part of the museum is the central hall, which join with the two sides of wings.
Yes, I agree with Zakwan. Muzium Negara have its own uniqueness, especially the spatial impression and texture of the building. Adaptation of stone stair in larger scale was to express the main entrance of museum. On both sides of staircases, there are two unique and contemporary wave-like concrete balustrades, which were formed with interesting concrete slabs. The staircase can be interpreted as an open hand welcoming every visitor. The museum is a three-story building. The first and second level comprise of exhibition halls. The lower level houses the administrative office. In elevation view, no window opening can be seen at these two levels. Opening are not required as the exhibition halls are equipped with air conditioning system to control the temperature and ventilation. And then opening are only put at the attic level with a row of small windows allowing for ventilation. And the most outstanding body part of the building is the higher central part, emphasizing formality of the building as well as indicating the main entrance. Next, the richness of the building, especially the texture of this building. Apart from the elegant appearance of a traditional architecture building, the carving and decoration are two very important elements that add beauty to the Muzium Negara. Building element of Muzium Negara clearly portray a model of traditional Malay houses. The intention is to enrich the authenticity of Malay house concept and even to remind the visitor on the traditional architecture and carving, which is dying and almost forgotten in the country. It was done not only in wood carving, but also on usage of new materials such as concrete and steel. This is a brave attempt to protect our arts by adapting it to a new material condition and technology. And then there are glass openings on both sides of the interior central hall wall, which are decorated with beautiful floral pattern that allows natural light into the building. The front Chengal timber door panels were also carved with traditional floral pattern. The detailing of columns, such as the beam and brackets, also shows a strong traditional Malay architecture identity.
Oh, talking about Roy Chulan, Shafi and his friends are there now. How about we call them and ask?
Oh, really? I will call Shafiq now. Hello, Shafiq. I heard that you and your teammates are at the Royal Chulan Hotel Kuala Lumpur. May I know what is the unique and interesting traits of Royal Chulan compared to Muzium Negara? Because I think that Muzium Negara is better regarding to the architecture of the building that related with culture of the user. So, what's your opinion?
Hi, I'm now at Royal Chulan Hotel and the service is good. I'm here by 6 afternoon by public transportation. To get here is easy because it is located at Jalan Chulan, Kuala Lumpur, which is accessible by walking and also by bus, also can by car. So now if you want to know more about the Royal Chulan
Okay, as
Hotel
I
background,
promised before, I want to
next.
explain about the Royal Chulan Hotel. The background of the Royal Chulan Hotel is, as I said before, the location is in Jalan Chulan, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, which is the client for this building construction is LTAT, which is stand for Lembaga Tabung Angkatan Tentera Malaysia. So this building is completed in April 2007 and the overall cost for the construction is 115 million ringgit Malaysia. This 5-star hotel project is consisting of 300 deluxe rooms and 102 well-appointed apartments and studios. So next we move to the language and culture of this building. As we know, the Royal Chulan Hotel is designed basically based on Terengganu Malaysian traditional houses. So it offers the guests the most gracious Malaysian hospitality and also boasts the distinctive architecture that features elements of the Terengganu Malay house elements. For the culture, it offers the culture of the contemporary Malay residential, recreational, and also food and delicacies. To get to this hotel, it very easy, very accessible by walk or by car or also by bus. And also, this hotel are close to major restaurants, bars, and attraction. So the hospitality on this building is many. Now we move to Faiz. Explain the next detail of this hotel.
For the scale of this building, it is actually a massive structure of Malay heritage architecture, which took some architectural element from Rumah Bujang in Terengganu, such as the Papan Pemeleh. The pillar also resemble the style of that traditional Malay house. Moreover, the outside wall of this hotel also resemble the wall panel of Rumah Bujang that has a rectangular shape that looks like a wainscoting. The hotel guest room interior have been meticulously designed to provide guests with a comfortable, welcoming and relaxing ambience. Service in the hotel has been designed to reflect local Malaysian heritage architecture. Local design features such as carved wood, textile and ceramics have been used to offer a guest memorable Malaysian experience with attention being paid to place and culture. One example of this is the labu sayong used in the guest room as a lampshade. The style is best described as refined elegance with an emphasis on comfort. Hotel guests can relax on the sunny second floor deck beside the cooling swimming pool. There is also kids play center on the first floor with professional and dedicated staff on hand to provide fun and activities for kids. Guests can be totally pampered in the Telaga Bunga Spa located adjacent to the hotel swimming pool. The spa's innovative layout include private Balinese-inspired treatment room. The pillarless ballroom has high ceilings and can be partitioned into 3 smaller meeting rooms according to customer requirement. It also has a lot of restaurants with traditional Malay ambience such as the Lanai, Bunga Emas Restaurant, Warisan Cafe, and many others cafe and bars. So I'm done with the scale and spatial impression. Now we want to know about the color and texture of this building. Arwa, can you tell us about it?
Okay, now we're going to move to the texture and the colors. The hotel design is of a traditional Malay architecture that is a mix between contemporary and Malay traditional luxuries that can be shown in the handcrafted wood carvings, really add a classic style to the hotel. That is a design to reflect the true Malaysian heritage in the architecture, allowing the guests to experience a truly Malaysian vacation, especially for the tourists who come from outside Malaysia. For the U-shaped building reflects the local architecture to provide guests with a truly Malaysian experience. Handcrafted wooden design elements are located throughout the hotel's public areas and guest rooms. For the rooms are furnished with the ceramics, carved wood, and textile that offering the clients luxury, comfort, and Asian feel at the same time. For the craft furnishings feel nothing like an old house. The prefabricated concrete wall with the traditional aesthetics elements applied to the hotel design integrated with the traditional architecture style. Gilt murals, marble, and the sweeping circle staircase are magnificent and gorgeous at the same time. That's integration between the modern and traditional Malay houses as well. This hotel is outstanding in any aspects. Its enormous, magnificent, and traditional architecture is the attraction factor, and many design elements drift from the past make this building an attraction in itself. The traditional Malay architecture, the Royal Chulan, stands out among the other hotels in the area simply because it veers away from the modern aesthetic so much of the city has embraced, and instead celebrates the past of the people in a way that doesn't feel too much like replica.